Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Noble Credit, and today I'm going to be walking you through a hack in order to use the Hilton Aspire's airline fee credit. But you got to keep this between me and you, right? We don't want everyone else knowing, just you and me knowing, right? All right. But today we're going to walk you through this, and I'm physically going to do it, right? Right? You're just going to watch me do this hack that I've been able to secure hundreds and thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars in benefits, not just from the Hilton Aspire card, but from many credit cards that offer either travel credits or airline incidental fee credits, things like that. The Hilton Aspire credit, luckily, is one of the easier ones because it's not really an airline fee credit hack. It's more of just an airline. Um, all you got to do is spend the $50 on airlines. Now, it's a $200 airline fee benefit, but they split it between the quarters. So $50 from January to March, the $50 from April to June, another $50 from July to September, and another $50 from October to December. So in total, you're getting $200, but they wanted to coupon you to death with the $50. So you could really spend the money on a flight, but what flight legitimately costs $50? Maybe if you're in Europe somewhere, if you're in Europe, ciao. But I'm assuming you're not in Europe right now. You're in the United States. Flights here don't cost $50, but you need a place to stow. Jesus joining me in the chat. Noble spit a Hilton freestyle. Oh, I got you. If I can get 20 likes on this video, I'll spit something. But where was I saying? Yeah, for this Hilton airline credit, while you can't use it on a flight, it's only $50. What good is that? It's better throughout a year if you stack this to at least get to 150 or $200 before you use it, because then that takes a decent chunk off of a flight that you would take. Now, how would you be able to use this if you had to stow it instead of spend it? Well, it's a little known secret called United Travel Bank. And what United Travel Bank acts as is basically a wallet that you can stow money to be used on United flights. And that's what I do. So, hey, welcome, DC. So, today I have 6 Hilton Aspire cards. How did I get 6? Well, I have 3 Hilton Aspire credit cards, and then player 2 has another 3 Hilton Aspire credit cards. So, I can't get any more American Express credit cards because I'm already maxed out at 5. And so I have 3 Hilton Aspires, 1 Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, and then 1 Delta Reserve. And then player 2 has 3 Hilton Aspires, 2 Marriott Bonvoy Brilliants, and 1 that's it. That's player 2's 5. So I'm going to walk you through how I do it. Now, I'm not going to show you all the information that I type into the site because that's personal credit card information, but you'll watch me as I do it. And then this is also for you. Like, let's do it together. Let's get our airline fee. If you have the Hilton Aspire card, definitely go ahead and just add it to your travel wallet. If you don't really have any plans with it, go ahead and add it to your United Travel wallet. Let me change the lights in here. I like the lights to be a certain way. See what happens if I do that. So, and we'll turn that down a little bit. There you go. So if you don't have any plans for it, then join me and we're gonna get this done together. All right. So I'm gonna switch my screen. All right. Now we're on United Travel Bank's website. So how do I get here? I just Google United Travel Bank and you just click the link United Travel Bank. Now, before you think, um, I don't have any precedents to set. Like, how do I know I'm going to get the fee credit for this? Adding it to a wallet. Well, let's check the proof for the Hilton Aspire credit card. So this is my current Hilton Aspire credit card. As you can see, not that Hilton Resort credit. That's a different credit. But this is also proof that I've gotten the Hilton Resort credit for this card. Take a look at the United Airlines Houston, Texas. That is United Travel Bank. So that's me making that purchase in December of 2023 and then getting it credited in January of 2024. So it took what, 8 days, 9 days to credit. And then because I would eventually get another a new quarter happen in January, I would get the credit again because I made another United Travel Bank purchase. And this is just one of the Hilton Aspire cards. So on January 6th, I did another United Travel Bank purchase. It just codes as United Airlines Houston, Texas. That's just how it codes. And then, as you can see, 9 days later, on January 15th, the airline flight credit was credited back. So loading money onto my United Travel Bank cost me $0.00, and it will be the same for you. In fact, right before I went live, someone went on to one of my other videos and asked, it was a video that I dropped last week on the United Travel Bank, and they asked, does it still work in April of 2024? Well, I hope you're on now, because I told you, I left a comment, I replied in the comment, hop on live with me, and then we're going to see. And obviously, April 2024 isn't really going to be much more different than January 2024 or December 2023. No, it works. No, we're not seeing any data points that it doesn't. So, but also, if you don't have the Hilton Aspire credit card and you're interested in getting it, and this was one of the factors in you applying, consider using the referral link for the Hilton Aspire card in the link tree I just posted in the chat. Consider using that if this helps you make a decision on whether or not you want to get the card or not. Because I understand if it seems like more of a coupon book than a usable credit. Well, this makes it more of a usable credit because even if you let a year pass, you should be able to earn, or even if you let, let's say 8 months, or not 8 months, let's say 10 months pass, you should be able to get $200 worth of value out of it using this method. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to my screen. Not that screen. That's me. 1 second. All right, so back to United Travel Bank. I told you how to get there. Just Google United Travel Bank, and then we're basically going to click on this Fund My Travel Bank Account button, and then it gives you the option to sign in. So you would have to create a login for United Travel Bank. You'd have to sign in order to do this. So have a Mileage Plus account, which is super easy. So you would sign in. Hopefully you already have one. Hopefully you've taken a United. If you're making this decision, you've taken a United flight in your life, and you sign up for the frequent flyer program. So go ahead and sign in. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the camera back to me because I'm going to really do this. So I'm not going to type in myself so you can see it, even though we're doing this together, right? But let me go to a different browser. All right. So you can watch me while I do it. So United Travel Bank, go back to the website. All right. And I sign in. I already know my sign in by heart. And I'm just going to walk you through how I do it for 6 Aspires. I have to do this every quarter. I know. It's so hard. Doing this for 6 different cards. If I reach a spot where I can actually show you my screen, I might show it, but I don't think I'm gonna reach a spot where I can actually show you exactly what I'm doing because I don't want to reveal my information. But the next screen that you would get to, uh, it would ask you, are you buying travel bank cash for yourself? And you would say yes. And in the amount for the Hilton Aspire card, they give you a $50 increment. And I never save my cards in this. I probably should, but I just don't. So then I would type a card number. And you don't have to, I'm gonna double check, but you don't have to like sign up for the benefit. Now, before I do that part, let me show you something. Just in case you don't believe that the benefit actually exists. And I just made it up. So here's the benefit right here. It's the $200 flight credit. So get up to $50 in statement credits each quarter for a total of up to $200 back each year on flight purchases made directly with an airline or through amextravel.com using your Hilton Honors, American Express, Aspire card. And then it gives you a this little symbol which tells you double check the terms and services. So let's go ahead and do that. Because we're terms and services people over here. So I'm gonna control F for airline. So then it takes us down to the small print, and see if I can make this any bigger. There you go. Takes us down to the small print where it says basic Hilton Honors American Express Aspire card members can receive up to a total of $50 in statement credits each calendar quarter. So January through March, April through June, July through September, October through December, for up to $200 annually for eligible purchases of airfare made directly with an airline or through amextravel.com. To be eligible for this benefit, an airfare purchase must be for a scheduled flight on a passenger carrier and purchased directly from the airline or through amextravel.com. And then right here it says eligible purchases do not include charter flights, private jets, flights that are part of tours, cruises, or travel packages, or ticketing, or similar service fees, ticket cancellation or change fees, interest charges, or purchases of cash equivalents. Purchases of scheduled flights made with third-party travel agents or websites may be eligible for this benefit if the airfare is charged directly to your card account by the airline. So one part may stand out to you as, purchases of cash equivalents. So this sounds like the cash equivalent with the United Travel Wallet. This might scare you off, but it shouldn't, especially when I show you a picture like this and it works. What matters here is how does it code? What is the merchant code used on the back end? That's what matters. Good for us that it looks like it codes as a flight. United Airlines Houston, Texas pretty much looks like a flight. Now it matters what the merchant code is. The merchant code for this just so happens to fulfill whatever merchant code American Express is expecting on its back end in order to credit it back. So that's how we're able to get away with it, if you will. It's not really getting away with anything because nothing about this, it's not like illegal or anything, but getting away with it in terms of I didn't have to purchase a flight, but I'll be able to stack it. And that's the important part. The ability to stack it is going to be the most important part. So back to the terms and services. So now that you're good with the terms and services, and we answered the only real qualm with the terms and services, which was purchases of cash equivalents, and you know that based on these are my credits from this year and from last year, so they're very recent. You know that it works. All right. So all you need to do, all you need to check now is to make sure that you don't have to enroll in some benefit in order to use it. And so I always double check because I do this a lot because I have a lot of platinum cards as well. So getting the United Travel wallet, filling that up, sometimes it takes a bit of time. It's rare that I have to do it. Now I have to do it quarterly since they changed the airline incidental credit for the Hilton Aspire to a quarterly benefit instead of a yearly benefit, which makes less sense, but they made it more liquid because now it's not about incidentals, it's actual, you can use it for flights. So I'm just going into my account, making sure that I don't have to enroll in some benefit to use it, which I don't, but you know, better safe than sorry. So I see $200 flight credit. Click on it. Show you what that looks like on my screen. No need to enroll. There's a benefits terms and services. Yeah, no need to enroll. All right, so it's going to be automatic, automatica. So get your card out, and then we can run through this together. All right, so I have six of these to do. So this is going to take me a little bit of time, but we'll get through it. You'll get through it. All right, you'll survive. So which one should we start with first? Signed in. Where did I sign in? Oh, different browser. All right, perfect. All right, card one. Gotta type in the number. 37. If you want to know my card number, it's 555 555 555. And yes, I'm actually starting with player two right now. It doesn't matter. Um, it doesn't matter if it's your card or not. You can do it for another person's card. Preferably, you wouldn't do it for someone who wasn't your player two, but it works just as well if I use player two's card to load it onto my account. Doesn't matter. All right. First purchase. Buy now. See if that works. Gotta do this another 5 times. All right. Purchase confirmed. All right. One down. One down. 5 more. All right. Let me know in the chat if you have done your United Travel Bank purchase for the Hilton Aspire card for this quarter yet. If not, get in with me. All right, so we're moving on to card number 2. Let me get player two's cards out of the way. And then after I do one card, it doesn't let me like go back or anything. So I usually have to kind of re-log in. So I have to re-sign in, which is a little annoying, but because nobody else does this, actually I didn't have to re-log in. That was cool. All right, another $50. Different card now. Card number, expiration dates. All right, CVV. First four on the front of the card. Make sure everything is right. And everything is right. $50 increment, buying it for myself, not as a gift. All right, bye now. See if that goes through. All right, it went through. All right, 2 down, 4 more to go. And every time I do one, I get another email. So that's good. That's good feedback, I guess. All right, another one. Last one for player 2. And I will be finished with player 2s. And I'll get on to mine. All right, back at the screen. $50 increment. The card number. On the front. All right, then type in the name. And buy now. All right, and that went through. Should expect an email. There it is. All right, we're halfway done. Right now to see if anyone has any questions. As I am now halfway done. If you are just joining me, here is the proof that it works. And I'm just doing it now for the quarterly credit. So you should also do it as well. This is a great way to stack that benefit. If you missed out on the previous quarter, even if you had the Hilton Aspire, sorry, there's nothing you can do. It's use it or lose it. So I would get it done now. And this is probably the most liquid way that I can think of doing it, because I wouldn't be so sure. Like, even if you bought like a Southwest gift card, I don't know if it would code as such. So, because the verbiage about the cash equivalents, I don't know if that'll work for say a Southwest gift card. Now, some people like to purchase flights and then cancel the flight and then get the credit. But it's like with United Travel Bank, you don't have to do that. So I would do this method. All right. We are halfway done. All right. Let's power through. It's hard work getting all this free money. All right. Let's power through. We got 3 more cards. All right. And these, I've moved on from player 2. Player 2 is done. Now it's my cards. and I go back to United Travel Bank to fund my travel bank account. I sign in. And no need to put in credentials. I'm already signed in. Now I select my amount. I select $50. Then it's my card number. If you're just joining me, let me know how long you've had the Hilton Aspire credit card. Want to see something? Put my name in it. And by now, see. All right, that went through. Email in a second. Boom. There it is. All right. Another one down. Two more to go. Two more to go. Hey, if you just joined me, make sure you hit the like button for me. We are going through with this United Travel Bank hack right now. We're just doing it for all the Hilton Aspire cards that I have because it is yesterday was the first of the new quarter, which it's a quarterly benefit, but all right. Put the card number in. See what we got. All right, that went through. Email in a second. Boom. All right, one more. One more and we're done. And that took all of, well, it would have taken me quicker if I wasn't narrating this entire thing. We got one more card to do. And this will be, for me, this will be $300 because I did 6 Hilton Aspires, $50. You know someone in the military, you should share my channel with them. I am giving some pretty good content for them because they can do this for free. They don't have to pay the annual fee on the Hilton Aspire card. The Hilton Aspire card could actually be worth it for you, even if you're not in the military, to have like almost as many as you want. It could be. You'd probably have to make a considerable amount of money for it to really be worth it for you because it's the aspirational travel. Yes, it's going to be worth more than the annual fee, but let's say you had 5. Could you have 5? Yeah, let's say you had 5 Hilton Aspires, and that's $550 per year, 5 times. And and you got a player 2 to do the same thing. You guys would be spending upwards of $5,000 on annual fees, but you would have 10 Hilton Aspires that you can use free night certificates for in a year. Just for example, the Hilton Waldorf Astoria Los Cabos Pedigrao, one room there, one night costs $1,500. So imagine being able to stay in that spot for 10 nights in a row. That's $15,000. All right, so that's like a use case. Hang on, did I put all the information in here? Yep, I put all the information in here. I don't know why I stopped to explain before I press agree. All right, and that was the last one. And there's the email. Boom. If you spent, let's say, $5,000 on annual fees for the Hilton Aspires, but you had 5 and you had a player 2 that had 5, and you guys combine it all and you use the free night certificates, 10 to go on vacation to the nicest resort in the world. I mean, you would be paying $5,000 and getting $10 or $15,000 worth of value. And I say 5,000, you know what I mean. It's not 5,000, it's like 5,300 or 5,400 or something like that. I can't math it, but it's around 5,000. But you would be getting $1,500 worth of value out of it. Probably, maybe upwards of 17, 15 low end, upwards of 17, just from that one property, the Waldorf Astoria Los Cabos Pedigrao. So the Hilton Aspire is one of the rare cars that having a bunch of them would still be worth it. Now, would it be practical? It probably wouldn't be practical. It would only be practical if you were frugal and you were like somewhat rich, somewhat pretty wealthy. Because who would be spending between themselves and a spouse? Who would be spending $5,000 on annual fees for credit cards? Not many people would do that. But if you have it like that, that would be a W, because you're probably, if you're rich, you probably would think about going to spots like that anyway. But imagine being able to do it for, instead of spending 20,000 on your vacation, you only spent 5,000 and you got the same value. So but I'll get off my soapbox on that one. All right. Let me check the chats. What am I seeing? Jesus says, Noble, whenever you search for hotels in order to use free night certificates, do you do it through the Hilton app or do you use the desktop version of the site? I found that the desktop version works better because it shows. Oh, and he continues. I guess they put like a limit on for one chat, so you have to continue to a next chat. It says it shows you the calendar of how many points you need per night in advance, as opposed to the app where you have to keep editing and searching for nights back. Let me move that out of the way. Editing, searching for nights back and forth and forth. So yes, I probably use both. Like, you can use the app. The desktop is usually going to be better, and we can actually do a little trial run to see like kind of how I would do it. I know right now my filter is on here. Here you can see what I'm doing right now. So my filter right now is on just normal the resorts filter, looking for ways to get the resorts credit. But if I wasn't on that, let me get back to that browser. All right. So obviously it depends on when you're going. So for this example, let's say we are, depends on when and where you're going. But for a free night certificate, if I had to start all over, all right, I would start from here and I would start with, let's say, the Caribbean. I think they might want me to put an island. Nope, they're good with the Caribbean. And then check-in dates. And let's say I want to be there June 22nd or 20th through the 21st. And then this doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters if you have like a bunch of kids. That would matter to you, but that's not really important. And then special rates. Don't really need that right now. But now, find hotel. Let's see. Now, it's going to bring us the map. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to filter by hotel brands because Conrad's, Waldorf Astoria's, these are the type of properties. Where's an LXR? Luxor. These are the type of properties, maybe to a lesser extent, like Curio or Canopy. But these are the type of properties that you want to be getting your free night certificates from because they offer the most value. So, in a spot like the Caribbean, I see a couple of different spots. The best one appears to be this one in Anguilla. All right, and we look at the list, we can see that Anguilla one, but we can also see some lesser ones. They don't look bad. They're curios, but they don't look bad. Now, what we can also do is we can get out of this area and see how the search is going to perform for us. So where is my... Let's do Mexico. Now I update it. All right. Oh, you know what you can do? When you zoom out, you don't necessarily have to retype in anything here. You just click the update button and the update helps you. But I wanna update from this point. Oh, it won't let me update if I haven't changed anything. That's okay. All right, we're still where we need to be. So, and actually, I want to take the Curio off. Curio. And possibly the Canopy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're seeing Panama show up. So the Waldorf Astoria, Panama City. This is a spot that you will probably be able to get to with a FHR credit using the American Express Platinum. I see a Costa Rica Waldorf Astoria. Looks pretty nice. What's this? Okay. Somewhere right here. Oh, okay, this is like Cancun. I'm seeing a price of 140. What is this? Canopy. All right, I'm gonna have to take these canopies off then and just deal with Conrad's, Luxor's, and Waldorf Astoria's. Let me check the chat. Sledge in the building. Sledge says, Luxor's are now my favorite. I like the Waldorf Astoria and Conrad, but I like the more modern properties now, including Curios and Tapestry Collection. Yeah, I think that you can find some value in those as well. I think for the free night certificates, looking for the most expensive collection of properties. So the Conrad and the Waldorf Astoria is probably the best place to start. And then once you find a property, I'll bookmark it, and then now you can continue your search and add canopies, tapestry collection, all these. But yeah, I will start with the most expensive. Now, the canopies, they're probably going to allow you to stay at different places as well. So this is all part of your planning process where now you get, all right, this is where I want to use my furnished certificate. Um, and if you can't really feasibly get to a certain location, or you can feasibly get to a different location that has a curio or tapestry collection better, then it might be worth it to go in there. Just because the property $788 doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, getting there is going to be cheaper, which could matter to you, especially if you're trying to keep the cost of your vacation lower. So that will also play into what your decision making. Jesus says it's a calendar that populates when you leave the dates blank, kind of like Google Flights. Sledge says right now I'm holding onto two Hilton free night certificates. Nice. Okay, so so on the calendar, I think Jesus, what you were saying is that it populates when you leave the dates blank. If that's what you're saying. Let me see what this. See how that works. Okay, that's. I guess that doesn't. I guess that makes sense. But I didn't leave the location blank. See, happens. Nope, I have to have a location. Did I type in world? No, I can't. No, I keep it at Mexico because it's not going to matter. It's going to still show me the properties when I zoom out. Unless it doesn't, but it does. There we go. All right, so I see Guadalajara has a Conrad. This is how I would do it, and then I'll move over to see if this works. More water for story is searching. There we go. Oh, someone was telling me about the maybe it's in the currency conversion. So let me see if I can get these in US dollar. Oh, nice. I was able to get in US dollar. So see, this is why I hop on lives, because you know we help each other out. Um but yeah, I don't have to do the whole currency converter thing on my phone. I could just it converts the currency here. This is much better when you're dealing with trying to find a good resort for the resort credit. But either way, right now I'm just looking, kind of seeing what's most expensive. I don't have any plans to go back to Europe anytime soon. Obviously, if there's like I have to go, then I have to, but I don't have any plans for it. Africa maybe. This Morocco property, this is a property that you would want to use like a that resort credit for. Egypt, not right now. Water for Story, Jerusalem, maybe. All right, so this is Dubai and UAE. They got some good properties over here. We've taken a look at before in the past. Bahrain. Don't have any plans to go to India anytime soon. Oh, is this Maldives? Yeah, Maldives down here. And then we get over here to Southeast Asia. We'll be there soon. Be there soon. We have This should be the Conrad Singapore Orchard. Um, the Conrad the Hilton's property in Singapore that I'll be staying at is, I was trying to stay at one of those properties, but it just wasn't available. Like for real, wasn't available. Um, Even though I was trying to book out months, like I booked I booked my trip in February for the summer, and I still couldn't get every hotel that I absolutely wanted. So like, you really have to be a planner in order to really maximize on this hobby. Then you got properties in, oh, here's the one in Bali. So I'm not saying staying here in Bali, but if I were to ever go back to Bali, maybe this will be a movement. But so there's a Conrad Bali. I'm pretty sure I'm staying at the Conrad Bali. But then there's this Luxor, this LXR, which is pretty expensive, pretty cool, further south. But I wasn't going to use a free night certificate. I'm going to be using the resort credit, the resort credit. But yeah, so basically, I just go around the world and use the filter for Conrads, Luxors, and Waldorf Astorias, and that's probably going to give me the best bang for buck until I find a spot that I think I can get a decent flight to and from, or a spot that I just want to be at. Because notice I haven't gone to South, I haven't gone to Australia and New Zealand to see what they have. They better not have nothing. Oh, they have nothing down here, Australia and New Zealand. Okay. Luckily, it's not all bad. They have in Australia and New Zealand, they have some properties you can get like FHR for. And then what's this? Bora Bora. All right, and then here's Hawaii. Which the Grand Wailea. Yeah, well, you've probably been there. And one of the most expensive properties I can see is this Los Cabos one. Thanks to Jesus, I will be going there one day. I'm I'm thinking within the next year and a half, we'll make it here. We'll probably use six. If we don't use six furnish certificates to stay there, then we'll use maybe three there or four there, and then head over to maybe one of these other spots, maybe Cancun. We'll also have all of those Marriott free night certificates. So um, it's almost like wherever you want to go. Yeah, if you're in the military, you should definitely be doing something like this. This is pretty wild what you're able to do. Let me check the chat. Oh, Jesus is saying click points. So points, yeah. So I mean, clicking points is fine. Um, Points don't really matter for using the free night certificates though. But especially paying for a Waldorf Astoria, I don't think I would use. Now for cheaper properties, it might make sense to go ahead and use points for a Waldorf Astoria or Conrad. But generally, I think if I'm using points, I'm trying to get like cheaper value because I'm trying to maximize my time at a spot. Because I don't want to spend 100,000 points on one night. I don't. I don't think that that's a good use of my points. I think a better use of 100,000 points would be, you know, maybe 2 nights. That's what I did in. It's not going to be on here, but in Iceland, I had to use 50,000 points twice, and that got me, a decent Hilton in Reykjavik. But yeah, let me see what the chat's saying. Jesus says Singapore is amazing. My only regret is not booking at least one night at the Marina Bay Sands. Only guests can access the infinity pool at the top that overlooks the city. Nice. Okay, Jesus also said, I'm going to Cabos within the year as well. Nice. Tim McDonald says, pay for 4 nights, get 5, right? Um, where are you getting that from, Tim? Tim McDonald. Welcome, by the way. I've never seen you in the chat, so definitely welcome. Jesus says the reason for clicking points is because when hotels like Los Cabos Peligro is out of standard rooms, which aren't eligible for free certificates, the points listed will skyrocket. It's a telltale sign that, okay, it's good information. Moman says, Noble the man, I appreciate the advice. I got the CSR. You did? Oh, nice. Did you just apply for it, Moman? Tim McDonald says with points. So let me go back. Pay for 4 nights, get 5, right, with points. Ooh, that's a good question, Tim McDonald. We'll have to check. Jesus says the property has no standard rooms left for the selected dates. Right. Okay. And Moman says, yes, sir. Wandering Doc says, Jesus, oh, my rich Taiwanese girlfriend paid for 5 nights in MBS. What's MBS? Was awesome. Well, let me go over to okay, someone in the comments said pay for 4 nights, get 5, get the fit, pay for 4 nights, get the 5th night free with points. I'm not familiar with that, with the Hilton Aspire. Is anyone else tracking that? Might be just a lack of me ever doing that, but I'm not tracking that. Oh, I see. Marina Bay Sands and BS. Yeah, Tim McDonald. I think that's a thing. That's more, I want to say IHG. I think that's, I think that IHG, yeah. Yeah, IHG might do that. 4 nights, get 5. Or one might be pay for 3 nights, get 4, but one of those two. But it's definitely not the Hilton Aspire, at least not that I'm tracking. But yeah, if you are just joining me or joined me within the last 5 minutes, in this episode, I basically loaded $300 onto my United Travel bank account, my United Bank wallet, and pretty easy. If you want the proof that doing this actually does work, it's not going to be evident now because it still has to credit. It's going to take about 9 days according to my data points. My data points are fairly recent. One in 2024, one at the end of 2023. So, yeah. Let me know. Oh, and definitely if you join me, go ahead and hit the like button for me because I'm really trying to give you guys value. I'm really trying to, do things that are practical for you. So, feel free to subscribe as well. Hit the notification bell because I'm going live with these videos to, add a little bit of transparency to this and to hopefully, hopefully you loaded your $50 from your Hilton Aspire card into your United Travel wallet, just like me, and we did it together. All right, almost like a community thing. The communita, right? The community. We doing this together. All right, we in this together, guys. Sledge says, by the way, salute Sledge. Uh, United Travel Bank is the only way to go. Absolutely. Yeah, there are some other ways, but I think United Travel Bank is definitely the only way to go. Now, with I will say this, with the Southwest Priority Card, I think you're better off just going ahead and buying, like using your $75 Southwest credit and just go ahead and buying the Southwest gift card, and then you can just use that anyway. But yeah, most of the time, United Travel Wallet is definitely the way to go. I don't even think you could use that Southwest Priority $75 credit for something else. But you know, Moment says, now that I got the CSR yesterday and can easily hit the sign up bonus, I also really want the Hilton Aspire, but how far should I space out my applications? You could apply for the Hilton Aspire right now. However, Moment 524. If you have the CSR, you're gonna want to make sure you get all of the chase cards, because once you go to Amex, like it's gonna be years before you able to get back to those chase cards. So, in order of precedence, you got your CSR. Now, start thinking of some hotel cards you want. Next year, it's a patient wait, but it's gonna be here. That Marriott Bonvoy Boundless credit card upgrades to one of these. This is the Chase Ritz-Carlton credit card. You upgrade to that in a year's time, you'll already get the 50,000 point free night certificate with the Boundless. Unfortunately, it's at the end. But once you get your hands on the Ritz-Carlton, then you get an 85,000 point free night certificate, and then you get a $300 travel credit. I also use that travel credit on United Travel Bank. So that's one card to go with, especially if you're under 524. Then I think if you're using a lot of United Travel Bank, you're going to be flying United a lot. You want that United Club card. The United Club is clutch. I go to the United Club all the time, no matter where I'm at. I like the one in DC. I like the one everywhere. There are United clubs. Well, because I fly United a lot, so I automatically think that United clubs are everywhere. But Newark has like 10. No, it doesn't have 10. Newark has like 4 though. It might have 5. Some terminals have like multiple United clubs in Newark because it's a hub, but definitely like Chicago has some. But where I'm flying out of here in the DC area, DCA Reagan has one. I love that one. I always get good service out of that one. But yeah, get the United Club card. And that's 2. Add another hotel card. So you can go ahead and add the Hyatt card. It's a fairly good card to have. I've given Hyatt a lot of junk, because they owe me money, like they owe me points, but I may never see those points. I kind of have to come to grips with that, and but it's the best place to transfer your points from Chase if you're going to spend it on a hotel, because Hyatt points, they're the most valuable points currency for hotels there is. There's just like the amount of value that you can get from Hyatt, it's crazy. But so Marriott Bonvoy Boundless, United Club. What was the card I just named? The Hyatt card. I will go that. If you have one more, then I guess you can go with the IHG card. I think you can never have too many free night certificates. The IHG card is going to come with a free night certificate, and it comes with a nice bonus, especially if you get that bonus. That bonus can generally last you a long time. But Moment, if you were already over 524, if that CSR puts you over 524, then you can apply for the Chase Sapphire, Chase, not Chase, American Express Hilton Aspire card right now. Um, but yeah, Tim McDonald says, it's called the fifth night free. For every standard room reward stay of 5 or more nights, every fifth night is free. Okay. Tim McDonald says, it's a gold level perk, I believe. Gotcha. Hazel says to at Moman, I would advise to stick to Chase ecosystem due to 524, a rule that kicks you out of Chase if you get too many credit cards. Once you are done with Chase, then Amex. Hazel says, Moman, CSR, CFU, CFF, Slate, then whatever fifth card you want. Freedoms and Slates can be upgraded. Hazel's hot take. Noble, wouldn't a second Ritz be better via a bountiful instead of a United card, since Active Duty already gets free bags included and club access can always be bought? Oh yeah. So bring up a good point, Jesus. Don't you have to, I think that reimbursement you're talking about, you have to have your leave orders with you, correct? Um I suppose I, you might actually be right on that one, because um, I usually get into United Club with my United Club card, but uh, there is a way for military to get in there for free. But I just never have to use it because I already have United Club. But the United Club card isn't only just good for that; it's also good for the sign up bonus, which I guess you can get that sign up bonus with the quest as well. Um, so yeah, if you might have to do the research on this, but if you do the research and figure that you can get into United Club for free anyways, because United is going to let you in active duty free, if I believe if you have active duty leave orders, um, which when I heard the attendant say that, it sounded ridiculous. I was like, why would I carry leave like from NSIPs? But if they do it, they do it. It just says I do it with just military ID, but I keep Bank of America Rewards Elite on hand in case I need to charge a quick incidental credit, which includes lounge access proven. Okay, so you're saying you would pay for with the Bank of America Elite if you had to? Hmm. Okay. Yeah. The last time I was at, I believe I was at Reagan International Airport in DC. They said that I would need my leave orders on me in order to get into the club. But I didn't ask the people at the front desk at the United Club. It was the people. Oh, it was a very helpful guy at baggage claim that said that. But okay, so that is another way to go. You can skip the United Club card and just go straight into um, the rest of the Marriott card. So basically, the Bonvoy Bountiful card upgrade to another Ritz. Um, I like the diversity because the way I have it set up with a Hyatt and IHG, these Marriott cards, Hilton's, like I can stay. It's like a lot of different properties I can stay at, and so I'm not beholden to one. Um, but this is also dependent on just how you want to travel. So I could have put all my eggs in two baskets. I could have put all my eggs in Marriott and Hilton, but I decided to diversify just a little bit so I can get a taste of everything. Not that that's the most important part, but it's probably worked out for me considering like some stopovers that I've had. Like I had a stopover in um, not Poland, Norway, and pretty much the only was no, sorry. I had a uh, when I was in Paris. I didn't stay in downtown Paris. I stayed at the Paris airport hotel, and because I have the Hyatt card that offered me the free night certificate and the paying for points, it was just better because that was really the only option, and it was very helpful. It was very helpful to have multiple different cards and then multiple different hotel currencies that I work with. But yeah, so another thing that Jesus mentioned was getting a Freedom Flex, or Slate, and then upgrading those to CSRs, Chase Sapphire Reserves. So that's what I've done. Like I've got 3 Chase Sapphire Reserves. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So I have three. So I have 3 Chase Sapphire Reserves because I've done that. When when I think about the longevity, I don't think most people have the longevity that I would have. Um, so sometimes the advice that I would dispense is for immediate gratification. So I'll mix some immediate stuff with some long term stuff. So like the Marriott is an immediate effect, but the Freedom is a long term effect. It's one that you got to stick it out for a year, and then you'll reap the benefits because then you'll get a CSR, $300. Um, so it depends on how long you want to stick with it. If you want to stick with it for the long term, then yeah, getting another CSR might be really helpful. But I also think uh, you can you can probably come back at a later date and get a Freedom and a Freedom Flex after everything's done, and then have more CSRs on hand after you make the upgrades. But the value that you're going to be able to get from getting the sign up bonuses on the Hyatt and the Bonvoy Balance or Bonvoy Bountiful and then the IHG, I think these are going to go a long way. And I think you're definitely going to get more than $300 worth of value out of them. Um, so it's choose your own adventure, but I I can't say that there's an exact right way. I think starting off with the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a good way to go. Stephen Bates says, "Bro is making the Navy a career, so he never has to pay annual fees." Yeah, so that's a cherry on top. Um, but yeah, the Navy is a career because I do enjoy what I do. Um, I found something that I was decent at in life, and I stick with it. So it's a good deal. But I also made it a really good deal because of what I'm able to do, the place I'm able to travel, the things I'm able to see. Like being able to live like this is so rare for our income bracket, um, that you start to notice that you're doing things that people really can't even relate to. And so hopefully, helping to build a community of people that are able to do things like this because, we're not rich, but we we live almost like that, especially um, if you put in the work and do this for long enough. You start to be in spots where everyone else in the spot is rich. Marriott messed up, and they kept sending me folios of people that weren't me. So they kept sending me the folios for people that was staying at the Beaver Creek Lodge, and they recently stopped. They probably sent me like 6 or 7, and I looked the people up, and it's like doctor this and CEO of this company this. It's like these are the type of people that you just end up being around when you're traveling like this and staying in these really nice properties, and you got to do that and you didn't necessarily have to be 55 years old and rich. So, or 55 years old and wealthy to do it. So I'm happy if I'm able to, influence someone to be able to live that type of life. Stephen Bates says, good stuff, bro. Yeah, definitely. By the way, like button. If you're still with me, if you hung in there with me, uh, all this time, hour and 10 minutes, you've been gone. We've been going. Jesus wanted me to drop a freestyle. All right, let's see what I got. Let me actually go up to it. Did you say a Hilton freestyle? Okay. First comment was Noble spit a Hilton freestyle. I don't think I do. I have one. Let me look it up. Stephen Bates says, "Do you have to wait until the exact 1 year date to upgrade Chase card? I got mine April 23rd. Can I upgrade now or wait until the 23rd?" Yeah, Jesus is right. Card Act is mandatory 1 year. Sorry. Yeah, you gotta wait that 1 year. I upgraded mine. If you take a look at my journey from the Bonvoy Boundless to the Ritz, I document in about 4 videos how I was able to upgrade, and then the exact things that I did and how I had to move credit limits around. So I recommend checking that out. All right. I can't think of a Hilton one off the top of my head, but I'll spit something for you. All right. All right. You guys know the MLA, Military Lending Act? It's a law. All right. That helps us get these credit cards for free. He just said, "Don't pull a B rabbit." LOL. Helps us get these cards for free. But yeah, I use that MLA. Benefit from laws that are owed to me. I just serve my country. Supposedly, Amex Gold on me used on groceries unless a sign-up bonus is holding me. Don't trust the banks. They'll steal your cash. It's noble credit and I'm in my bag. I come out on top. I don't finish last. I can't see you haters like my vision bad. If this a crime, then I claim guilty. Banks paying me to the banks empty slipped up the mountain, but it ain't slippery. King of the hill like Hank really, more like Uncle Phil getting banks really. And Mar points and they stay with me. Yeah, they stay with me like they in me. I remain thrifty to the tanks empty. Sacks in my bag and I stuff it for free. You watching my wave like you stuck on the beach, hitting breakfast for free. Man, I'm so lucky, got a problem with free, man. I'm sucking my teeth. You might know me from credit card raps. How I'm spending cars, call it carjack. Without MLA, I'd have to fall back, give it all back. This is all facts. All right, that's all I got, guys. But I'm gonna get out of here. My battery is dying. My computer battery is dying. I guess the heat from the raps. I'm just kidding. But yeah, let me know if you decide to do the United Travel Bank hack with the Hilton Aspire card, and yeah, put your data points in the comments below so people can see it, because people really do come to a video like this and they use that to make their decisions. So any comment like that helps. Go ahead and hit the like button for me on your way out, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.